Hi, hello, and welcome to my channel, Divine Healing with Leanna K. I will be doing a monthly full moon and new moon reading for the month of October 2020. Sorry for the late update, but the Aries full moon on October 1st was a bit intense for me, so I had to delay. I will be going over the full moon and new moon information, as well as a tarot card spread for the month ahead. My intention is to provide a blueprint for what resonates for the month ahead. As a disclaimer, yes, I am a psychic, medium, Reiki master healer of the Usui Tibetan lineage, as well as a Toltec shaman. That makes me a channeler of the divine source, or God source energy. I can tap into the collective energy or tap into your energy to see or let you know what is coming your way. But everyone has free will, so things change, events happen. So take information with a grain of salt. Take what resonates, otherwise leave the rest behind. Self-reference, take notes. Okay, so for the full moon in October 2020 and the new moon, for those of you that don't know much about the moon cycles, the moon is all about seeking the unknown, feelings, emotions. It's a mothering type of nurturing feeling energy. So it's a very feminine energy. And the moon is also about shadow or inner self. So it's about healing the aspects of ourselves that we once lost, which means like healing childhood trauma, past lives. The moon really shakes up and encourages us to illuminate what we are resisting to heal. So when the sun, moon are aligned with Earth, there is this intense gravitational pull that affects our physical body. So for example, we will have vivid dreams, improper sleeping, body aches, illnesses. If you're having body aches or issues, try to meditate and ask your body, okay, body, where in my body do I need to heal? And let the answers come through a thought form or messages around you, surrounding you, to know how you channel your own messages from divine source. Also, people that get like the flu, it is because they're not dealing with what is in front of them. So their vibration lowers and the body is trying to bring the vibration back up to a higher energy frequency. So it likes to shift all that stagnant energy within our bodies to disperse. And then the full moon also brings in the abundance, while the new moon removes and heals what is not necessary for our lives. The difference between full moon and new moons are all about new beginnings, starting something new, planting seeds, ideas, projects, whereas the full moon is all about a completion of a cycle. And it's the full moon is usually very potent because it's at its fullest, its maximum maturity energy. So it's really great to take on the advantage of a full moon, because when the moon and the sun are aligned with the earth, there's like that gravitational pull that is like a suction cup. So it sucks out all the energies. So it's best to use the energies not only on the day when the full moon happens, but you can do it 3 days before and 3 days after. So it's kind of like almost a 7-day period of taking on that benefit. So when the full moon does happen, learn how to surrender, rest, or just walk away from situations that don't serve your highest purpose, your highest good. So the first full moon was in Aries, which was on October 1st. And Aries is a fire sign. Its first house is all about self-awareness, appearance, identity. The ruling planet is Mars, but it is in retrograde right now. And Aries, they like to be initiators, leaders. They like to be assertive. They're very impulsive. They like to go for full force into something new with no fear, by head first, but in a healthy pace. They like to go in uncharted territories without an issue. So Aries is in conjunct with Chiron, which is the wounded healer that questions who we are, as well as Lilith, the powerful dark feminine that is very impulsive. Mars is in Aries, its home planet, and in 9 degrees. The sun in Libra is in 9 degrees, and Uranus, Taurus, is in 9 degrees. So with those planets, it is stimulating the process of awakening the need for revolution in pursuit of collective justice. So wanting our rights of equality to be recognized demandingly. So right now, the month of October is really focused on elections. So there's like a lot of political debate happening. And Aries will be in T squared to Pluto, which is in Capricorn at 22 degrees, and North Node, Gemini, at 22 degrees, meaning that there will be a crossfire where 2 timelines take place, but only one you can choose. Release the past so that the future can be created. The full moon in Aries is very an agitated action that amplifies the emotions and having the possibility of becoming very explosive. So just take time to rest, be mindful, set boundaries, remain mindful of this energy of what it offers to let people help with embracing our personal power without abusing it, and aid in avoiding magnification of any existing problems. So self-development, embrace it and forge the path as a new, strong leader. So Aries is very fiery. So if you do have ideas of a project, in a good way, they are helping you to move forward without fear, without doubt, without any anxiety. But there are energies in your field that you will need to ground just to balance, to remove that stagnant energy, but go at a steady pace and don't go full force, because it's not going to end up working happy. Okay, so the next moon phase will be on October 16th, which will be in Libra. It is an air sign in the house of relationships, which is the ruling planet Venus. So Libras, they love to seek harmony, peace. They like to balance the scales. They're also people pleasers. So with these intense energies, it's going to be very anxious and out of balance for Libras. And with the new moon, it is aligned with Mars and Pluto that are in retrograde. And the new moon in Libra is restricted by Saturn, manipulated by Pluto, and angered by Mars. So there's miscommunications and misunderstandings. There's some of you that may be not speaking your truth, knowing your truth, or being in your truth. You might be having symptoms of like an itchy throat, coughing, or runny nose. Your throat chakra is unbalanced due to yelling, possibly. And that is also because of Mercury being in retrograde. So this new moon is in the 8th house, will be in the 8th house of finances, deep intimacy, bondings. So you will need to find like a happy medium, because it's going to be very rough, moody, be a very explosive corruption that will be happening. So within this time frame, either 3 days or 3 days after, before or after, in the degrees of Capricorn, Aries, Libra, Cancer, any cardinal sign or planets within the degree of 18 to 20 degrees will be greatly affected by it. So again, take time to rest. Find some time to meditate if you do so. Be in nature, to hike, ground. Find some time to be able to balance yourself, because an adjustment is needed, whether you are forced to make changes or seek a new way forward for yourself. Be flexible to adapt and change with conditions surrounding you. You don't need to change your direction, but you need to slightly move in a different way and do things smarter, not harder for you and those around you. So the second, so there is a second full moon, which is on October 31st in Taurus. And this is a blue moon. And Taurus is an earth sign. Its house is in the 2nd, which is all about finances. And the ruling planet is Venus. This blue moon is in conjunct with Uranus, making it very emotional, vectoring off in unexpected directions. People could be possibly letting loose because of it being October 31st. They might be going out. I'm not sure how everybody will be doing their October 31st for Halloween, being that it is still COVID, but just be safe and considerate around for yourself and for others around you. The moon in Uranus is in 8 degrees Taurus, opposing Sun in Scorpio at 8 degrees. So any planets in 8 degrees will be affected by this moon. And it will be in the 7th house, which is in relationships again. Releasing. So Sun in Scorpio shakes up rebirths, death, sexuality, finances, root chakra, sacral, breakthroughs in banks, womb disease. That's all going to be happening around the blue full moon in Taurus. So take time to self-care, take care of your body, exercise. Because Taurus is an earth sign, it revolves around health, wealth. So dealing with your body, your physical body, material things. So for women, but not generally women, it's not really general specific, but women will be having breakthroughs with mother-daughter things that may be having breakthroughs of what they're being triggered. There'll be childhood traumas, equal rights for women, justice. And then being that it is more closer to November, elections will be happening, but I'm not going to talk about that. So let's see. Oh yeah, Taurus signs make sure that it has enough to survive. So they are all about stability. And let's see. Being that it is in October, it is also when the veil is very thin. So as the month gets closer to the end, the veil starts thinning more and more and more. So just be cautious around you because of there'll be a lot of many spiritual activities. Okay. So let's get into your tarot reading for October 2020, full moon and new moon. So what I did, I used the deck Good Fortune by Colette Baron Reed. And I pre-shuffled and I only picked cards that were jumpers or flippers. I don't choose cards on my own because that would be my energy. So I let spirit choose. And what I was guided was for the formation of the spread deck. Okay, so the theme for the month of October is the messenger of night of water. So that is messenger Knights of Cup. So with Knights of Cup, you thrive on things beautiful and inspired by the creative projects, goals, and ideas of what you desire according to your emotions. You make decisions based on the situation rather than what you think or will be thinking. So you can see that this knight or female figure, she has a lot of coral and pearls, and she's wearing a crown. And usually for mermaids, they usually have these types of adornments on them for protection. So for that month, I'm seeing like to protect your crown area. And then there's also like adornment around her heart chakra. So just be mindful and protect your heart chakra area. Just set boundaries. Don't easily allow people in. Be firm. And then you can see that the Knight of Cups or Knight of Waters is gazing at this seahorse right here, which to me, I'm seeing is the seahorse is bowing to her. Okay. Oh, whoops. No. So the first three cards that came out was Cups of Water, King of Fire, and Four of Water. So you can see that you are the King of Fire, a person that protects and governs his or her surroundings by showing how to become a leader. So in career setting, you may be asking for opinions rather than if I'm kind of like seeing if you are a boss or some type of person seeking recognition, you're asking for other people's opinions instead of telling people what to do. And then for those of you that may be feeling stuck, unbalanced, and unaligned, you need to heal the blockage to move forward. So this is the Six of Waters, which is about the inner child I'm seeing. So in this picture, you can see that this female is looking a little sad, either staring at this lotus and possibly looking in the reflection. So what I'm being drawn to is the lotus, and lotuses are usually grow from in the mud, and they slowly grow up into the top and bloom. And to me, the lotus is about, you have been slowly healing and growing, moving all from that dense and muddy type of situations in your life. You are self-reflecting on who you have become now than who you were before. So it's all about what is triggering you. So if you're having any childhood trauma or seeing or displaying behaviors that were taught to you, or you're doing it to your children, you may be needing to heal. So when I say heal, as an example, you can think of, let's say, a white dove in a cage. And that memory that has been affecting you, whether it be a sad, an angry one memory, it's emotion within your thought forms that is trapped. It could be a happy one too, but what you would do is close your eyes, envision that white dove, and white doves is all about purity, love, harmony, balance. You would put that memory into that dove, and that dove will end up turning black. And when you're ready to set it free, you will open the cage door and let the bird fly out. And what will be flying out is the ashes, because the bird turned black. It will just be all powder, ashes falling down. But only its spirit will move on to God Creator, God Source. And then you can also reflect, on that memory. If you don't have that memory again, that means it has been resolved. If you still see the memory, but there's no emotions to it, then that is still good as well. One moment, I'm just going to take a drink. So, also another example that I'm seeing is you may be a relative seeing the patterns that need to heal from either your siblings, that are doing onto their children. So it could be generational karma as well, is what I'm seeing. And then for you to get off this blockage, you haven't been quite moving forward, being that I'm seeing the Four of Waters. So you have been a bit emotional during these full and new moons for the month of October. You are at boredom. So what is being shown, you're not moving anywhere, you're stuck in your emotions. And I'm seeing like you're either, some of you, not all of you, but you're blaming family members for the way you turned out. So self-reflect and ask, what did you learn from those memories or behaviors? Don't use the terms, why is this happening to me? Because it is in your contract, your blueprint of being on Earth to experience what went on. It is not your family members' issues, but yours that you have created. So ask yourself, what do you need to heal? What do you need to do in order to move forward? So the first month is very, very dense and heavy energy. It will take a lot of time, so do not resist the healing. I'm also seeing that this can deal with partnerships. So there may be some stirrups going on in regards to the relationship may be getting a little bit stale. So you need to rekindle. I'm seeing that your behavior was what you saw of how a relationship should be with your mother or father, and you're displaying that onto your partners. So what I'm getting is relationships are not one-sided, but they're two-sided. It takes two people to create a communicative and trustworthy relationship. So learn to be open-minded to be able to rekindle that fire that you lost with each other. Okay. And then we have Nine of Waters and Page of Earth. So when you heal from your childhood trauma, you as a leader will be granted a wish from your guides, from your ancestors. They are fulfilling what you have been desiring. All you need to do is receive the cup, admire, be in gratitude and appreciation. Okay, because for the Nine of Cups, your loved ones want you to make a wish for healing yourself, for healing your generational karma. With generational wish could be happening from you, your parents, your grandparents, and so forth, all the way back. The energy may have not been yours, but you carried it in your DNA, and you basically healed 7 generations before you, possibly, and it will no longer affect 7 generations ahead of you, and that will be including your siblings, your aunts, your uncles, your nieces, your nephews, and any future born children that you may or will be having. And let's see, the Page of Earth, which is the Daughter of Pentacles, is under the King of Fire and the Four of Waters. So once you're done with being boredom, I'm seeing that you will start to have like this creative, curious inner child of wanting to create some type of projects or ideas. And your spirit guides are wanting to bless you or help you along that path. Now, just know that during this time, you need to have patience. I know you will be feeling the energies of needing to get it done because you're so excited because of the passion, but you need to slow things down. You don't want to burn that flame out too fast. So just have patience again. Okay. Next. And then we have the High Priestess, 5 of Fires, 2 of Fire. So I like to think as the High Priestess as a Pisces card, because the High Priestess is all about deep knowing, and he or she is the most spiritual sign, as well as Pisces, because Pisces fish do not come out of the water like Scorpio or Cancer. They're in the spiritual realm majority of the time. And the High Priestess is someone that is an alchemist. So she knows when a storm will be brewing ahead. And she knows things way in advance. So if you're trying to self-sabotage someone or you, this person will know in ahead. So I'm also getting that there are people that are watching you, even though that you may or may not know it, but it's just very weird that people are watching you from a bird's eye view. And know that this is a major arcana, so okay. And then we have 5 of Fire. So there will be conflict going on in, I'm getting career, family, relationships, or it could just be either one. So you may be feeling unbalanced, unaligned with those types of situations, and you're very drained. And what needs to happen is for you to set boundaries. Don't feed the fire. Back away, because you don't want anything to be brewing up a bad situation. And it's time to sit this one out, is what I'm getting. Let me check my notes. Okay. Also, when you're taking your time out, for if this is for people that have partners, it's not a silent treatment, so take this lightly with a grain of salt. Just excuse me. Use another term as holding space for them, giving them space. And you want this situation to go smoothly so that it will become a great success. Usually 5 of Wands is usually sticks that are going in one direction. So if you have sticks going one direction, it's all about striking your opponent and moving forward. But it, do everything one by one at one time at your own steady pace. So if you're having career issues, deal with that one at a time. Don't do all three. If you're having family or, relationships, take time for each situation. Okay, and then Two of Fires is about having to make, there are two choices that are being presented, and you're having a difficult time I don't know, I'm thinking Two of Cups for some reason. So Two of Cups, that could be dealing with a partner, possibly. So your partner might be, so for the Five of Fires, I'm thinking relationship-wise that your partner could be giving you choices, either to stay or to leave. Or I'm getting in career-wise, you are speaking to your partner about either upgrading your status in a job or getting a job, a new one. But know initially that it is your choice to choose, because in the end, you will be doing something that makes you happy from the heart and not from the mind. Okay. And then last card is the Page of Waters. So Page of Waters is Daughters of Cups, and she is all about developing your psychic abilities, following your intuition. So really trust your intuitions and start to possibly go into spirituality. So what I'm getting is focus and draw your intention to the present moment where you can start something new. So steady your emotions, explore your emotions. Don't forget to ground and balance. So usually the Page of Cups is a girl looking into the cup, and for some cards it's with a fish jumping out, and she's learning how to scry, but she's needing to have good focus, because in the ripples of water of the fish jumping and swimming around, she needs a lot of patience and a lot of concentrations and techniques to figure out how to be able to do that. So just be open and curious. Don't set your mind on anything or finalize something that is one-sided. So I'm also seeing that people are going to be finding out that they're pregnant. And being that there are two pages in here, is that there's going to be quite some conflict dealing with mother-daughter stuff, or either father and child, vice versa. So really self-reflect. I'm seeing that if you're not seeing what you need to heal and you have children, your children are mirroring the reflection of yourself. So what you see that they are displaying is a part of you that needs to heal. All you need to do is forgive and surrender. And being that this card reading, it has been majority a lot of water and fire signs. So being that there is water, it is an emotional ride for the month of October. And fire, there is some passion, but if you're unbalanced, it could be very angry energy. So you need to be able to align yourself. Okay, so that is all that I have for October 2020 for the full and new moons. Thank you for watching my video. If you liked this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Okay.